All right, you ready for this? We're diving into The Unstoppable Generation, that YouTube video by Pastor Jerry
Yeah,
Eze.
the one you shared.
It looks intense, lots of energy, resilience, mindset, success, like big success.
Sounds right up our alley.
So right away, he's like, scream, I am unstoppable at your neighbor.
Whoa.
Seriously. And he tells this story
Mhm.
about a church member, like almost suicidal, but then boom, total turnaround. Ever felt that energy? Like everyone's on fire for possibility.
It's a powerful thing, that's for sure. It's interesting, he mixes the spiritual stuff
Right.
with the practical, achieve your dreams kind of thing. That could appeal to a lot of people.
Oh, and it gets wilder. He brings up Moses, asking God, show me your glory.
Right.
And God's like, my mercy, that's all you need to see.
Wow. That's deep theologically. I mean,
Yeah.
he's saying success isn't just work hard, work hard.
Yeah.
There's grace involved,
Yeah.
humility. Kind of reminds me of that flow state research. Peak performance. It's less about forcing it, more about aligning yourself, right conditions,
So maybe it's not all yell at your neighbor, although I kind of like that image.
Right.
But how do we do mercy
Yeah.
practically?
Well, he gives an example. A pilot told him, feeling overwhelmed emotionally, like badly,
Oh, no.
even thinking about crashing the plane.
Oh, wow. That brings it home. All those pressures people are dealing with, we don't even know.
Exactly. Everyone's got unseen battles, right? Maybe mercy is compassion. We're all works in progress.
Makes sense. Leads into his next point, hunger. Never lose that drive. To grow, to achieve more.
He says straight up, the day you lose your hunger, you lose access to a new season. Powerful. Almost makes me think the research on growth mindset. You were successful, still got to push yourself to learn to improve.
Don't get complacent. Picture it. Someone top of their game, feet up. Yep, I've arrived.
Right.
Pastor's like, get back to work.
He might phrase it differently, but yeah. Continuous striving. He even says, funny thing about people content with just head of a small department, oppressing everyone there.
I love that. Don't settle for a tiny kingdom. You could be building an empire.
That's it. Expand your vision. See yourself capable of more than you currently imagine.
But could be misinterpreted, too. Is it all about climbing the ladder? Status?
Good point. Depends what success is, right? External validation or personal growth. Best version of yourself.
So hunger, not just ambition, but that desire to evolve, contribute something meaningful.
Yeah, aligning your ambition with a higher purpose, something beyond just personal gain.
Now, this part grabbed me. He talks about supervision. People in your life keep you accountable.
Yeah, he's got this intense quote. Don't deal with anyone nobody corrects. Don't ever have anything to do with anyone who's not scared of anyone.
Intense, right? Run away from anyone who thinks they're above being questioned.
Provocative, yeah. But I think it's about unchecked ego, the importance of mentorship, someone you trust to guide you, honest feedback, even when it's tough. Lots of research shows mentors help people achieve goals.
Makes sense. We all have blind spots, need someone to help us see them.
He even tells this story, moving to Abuja, noticed an independent-minded attitude, blames it on high rent. Everyone's so focused on their hustle, no time for community.
Hilarious, but makes you wonder. Does our environment shape our mindset? Some places more individualistic, others more collaborative.
Fascinating question. Leads into a big theme. Influence of environment and connections. He argues our surroundings, people we're with, places we go, huge impact on our destiny.
He even says negative experiences, not always village people, malicious spirits,
Right.
but consequence of hanging with the wrong crowd.
Powerful way to reframe it. Not blaming outside forces, take responsibility for who we let into our lives.
Choose your tribe wisely. Those connections lift you up or hold you back.
Absolutely. Makes you think how we curate our social media, books we read, even the neighborhoods we live in. All these choices shape our environment, and that influences our path.
So mercy, hunger, supervision, environment, like a recipe for becoming unstoppable. But is there more to it than checking those boxes?
You're right. He goes deeper than surface-level advice, wants us to understand the principles driving success and fulfillment.
I feel like the prodigal son story is going to be big here. He keeps mentioning it.
You're picking up on that. He uses it as a framework for understanding this whole becoming unstoppable journey.
Well, let's dive into that next then. I'm dying to know what he sees in it that's so profound.
Okay, so the prodigal son, young guy, demands his inheritance early, blows it all, wild living, ends up pigsty.
Classic mess up, then redemption.
But the pastor sees more, right? He focuses on when the son decides to go home. Says he came to himself, like self-awareness suddenly, not just hitting bottom.
Yeah.
It's recognizing you need a change, a fundamental change.
Not enough to just realize you messed up. Gotta actually choose to change.
Exactly. And that's where humility comes in. Swallow your pride. Go back. Even if it means being a servant, start over from nothing.
And the father, the reaction is amazing. No judgment, no I told you so. Runs to him, throws a party.
That's it, the mercy we were talking about. Unconditional love, forgiveness, even when, wow, you've really messed up.
Total reset, but realistic. Do people really forgive like that?
Good question. He's showing us an ideal, I think, something to aim for. Maybe it's a reminder we need that supervision, someone who believes in us even when we don't.
So the father is like the mentor, the guide, welcomes you back when you stray. Reminds me of those studies. Supportive community actually helps resilience. Maybe we're wired for that safety net.
Interesting connection. There's this detail the pastor points out, really symbolic. The father restores the son's clothes, ring, shoes.
Okay, what's that about?
He sees them representing the son's identity, his authority, and his ability to move forward. Clothes, who he is, ring, place in the family, shoes, capacity to take action.
Wow. So not just forgiven, but fully restored to your potential. Like you're not just welcome back, you're empowered to start again.
Exactly. And that goes back to becoming unstoppable. It's not just external success, reclaiming yourself, living a life aligned with your values.
So how does this hit home for our listeners? Why this ancient story?
I think it's about resilience. We all screw up, face rejection, hit bottom sometimes, but those can be moments for incredible growth, transformation.
Don't be afraid to fall almost. It's in the humbling, the vulnerability that you find your strength.
And having the courage to ask for help, seek guidance, remember supervision, not being controlled, but having those people help you see your blind spots, encourage you.
Right. But rejection, the pastor's got a lot to say about that. He says it can be a sign you've outgrown a level and environment. How's that fit with being unstoppable?
Interesting take. Uses the prodigal son again. Even when he was desperate, begging for pig food, still rejected, he frames it as redirection. Sometimes those closed doors are guiding you to something better.
Trusting there's a better plan, even when things go wrong.
Exactly. Have faith in the journey. Every experience, even the painful ones, has a purpose.
I know he had some advice for women specifically, too. Avoiding desperation in relationships, waiting for God's timing. Might sound old-fashioned to some.
I think he's saying know your worth, don't settle, not looking for someone else to validate you. Focus on your own growth, your purpose.
So it's finding that inner strength that makes you magnetic, not chasing after someone to complete you.
Exactly. Know your value. The right person will come along when you're aligned with your true self.
Makes sense. But practical side of things, he talks a lot about money, work ethic. How does that tie in?
He's all about financial responsibility. Don't get caught up in consumerism.
Yeah.
He even jokes about people trying too hard to impress others with their stuff, then realize nobody's even paying attention.
Comparison is the thief of joy. Maybe true wealth is contentment, security, not chasing the next shiny thing.
Key part of his message: build genuine wealth, life of simplicity, purpose, not always wanting more.
Not denying yourself nice things, but balance. What truly matters.
Right. Aligning spending with your values, choices that support your well-being, not just feeding your ego.
He also talks about managing money well, investing, building a foundation for yourself, your family.
And he links this back to hunger. Be hungry for more than just stuff. Knowledge, personal growth, spiritual connection, meaningful relationships.
So nourish your soul, not just your bank account.
Exactly. And it's a hunger guided by purpose, wanting to make a positive impact.
I'm curious about that. How do you find your purpose, according to him?
He says, identify your gifts, your talents. Use them to serve others, contribute to your community, make a difference. Big on aligning your actions with your values. True success isn't just goals, it's doing it in a way that feels right, that's meaningful.
Not just climbing the ladder, it's making sure it's the right ladder.
Exactly. Work that aligns with your passions, your strengths, your values. Work should fulfill you, not just be a means to an end.
Okay, so we've got that sense of purpose, driving our hunger. But he also talks about environment, connections. How do those play into it?
He believes our surroundings, they impact our lives deeply, shape our thoughts, beliefs, actions. Be mindful of who you spend time with, where you go, what information you take in.
You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, something like that.
Exactly. He even says some negative experiences, Not village people, but hanging with the wrong crowd. You choose who's in your life. Being around positive, supportive people, essential for growth and well-being.
Makes you think about how you choose your friends, your partner, your colleagues even. Those relationships can either energize you or drain you.
He's big on community, too. We're not meant to be alone. Strong relationships, they're your support system through tough times and celebrating wins.
Makes sense. We're social. Belonging matters.
And mentors, role models, people to guide you, learn from their experience, avoid mistakes, grow faster.
So find the people who've walked the path you want, learn from their wisdom.
Yeah. And mentorship isn't just receiving. It's giving back to, supporting others. We're all connected. Sharing our knowledge, our experience, it creates a ripple effect, positive, helps everyone grow.
That's a beautiful thought, paying it forward. But what about when you feel stuck, afraid to step outside your comfort zone? Any advice for that? He says, be open to new experiences, new connections. Stepping outside your comfort zone, that's where you find unexpected opportunities, growth.
Life's an adventure, right? Embrace those possibilities. You'll find wonder, excitement, fulfillment.
Love that. Approach life with curiosity, willing to try new things.
He says, break free from those limiting beliefs, the self-doubt. Step into the unknown. You have the strength, the resilience for whatever challenges come up.
Like, don't let fear stop you. Trust yourself. Take the leap and see what happens.
Yeah. And remember, you don't have to do it alone. Your mentors, your community, and ultimately something bigger than yourself to guide you, support you.
But what about our internal environment? How do we build that positive mindset that supports this growth?
He talks about that. It's not just the physical space, right?
Yeah.
It's mental, emotional too. Cultivate a positive inner environment. Focus on your thoughts, your beliefs, your attitudes.
So create a mental space that feels safe, supportive, where you can grow.
Exactly. Practice gratitude, mindfulness, self-compassion. That creates a space for peace, joy, resilience. He says our thoughts have power. Choose to focus on the positive. You attract more good things into your life.
Makes sense. If you're always feeding yourself negativity, it's hard to see the possibilities.
Guard your mind against those negative thoughts, those limiting beliefs. You choose what you let take root.
So become aware of those patterns and consciously choose the positive.
Replace negative self-talk with affirmations. Believe in your abilities, your potential. We're capable of anything if we set our minds to it. Belief creates the conditions for success.
It's like the placebo effect, right? What you believe really does affect your experience.
He emphasizes your inner world shapes your outer world.
Yeah.
Cultivate that positive mindset, focused on growth. You attract more opportunity, abundance, joy.
So change your inner reality and you change your outer reality.
He says we create the reality we want by focusing on what we want, not on fear or doubt. Shifting from scarcity to abundance. The universe is abundant. It can provide for all our needs.
Having faith in the process, trusting that you're supported, even when you can't see the whole picture.
Visualize your goals, your dreams. Create that mental picture. You set those forces in motion to help you make it real.
Not just daydreaming, but using your imagination to create your future.
Harnessing the power of your imagination, not just reacting to what's happening to you. You're in control. You're the architect.
Powerful. Shifting from passive to active.
And he ties it all back to spiritual authority. We have the power within us to shape our reality, align ourselves with a higher purpose. We tap into unlimited strength, guidance, support.
He ends by saying, it's going to be a game-changing season for you, and you're going to look back at it and bless God that all of that happened in your life.
Hope and possibility. Even when things are tough, there's always reason for optimism. Believe in a brighter future. You were guided, supported.
Well, we covered a lot in this deep dive. Mercy, hunger, supervision, environment, all those pieces, becoming unstoppable. We even dug into the prodigal son story, all those layers.
Ancient tale, but a blueprint for transformation, resilience, achieving your potential.
His message, it's spiritual, but also so practical. Becoming unstoppable, it's not about force. It's about alignment, right mindset.
Right.
Embracing the journey, the good, the bad.
Here's something to think about. This idea of spiritual authority, how does that translate for anyone, no matter your beliefs, into a sense of agency, of self-belief?
Great question. Tapping into that inner strength, right? Believing in yourself, your ability to create the life you want. You have choices, you can overcome challenges, you shape your destiny.
Owning your story.
Yeah.
Embracing your journey. Becoming the hero.
What a way to end. We hope this deep dive gave you some insight, some inspiration for your journey. Becoming unstoppable, it starts with you. Believe in yourself, embrace your potential, never stop striving. You got this.